Hello, everyone, and welcome back into the Hampton Toyota pregame show on the Louisiana Ragin Cajun Radio Network. I'm Scott Prather. As we count down closer to kickoff for this matchup between Louisiana's Ragin Cajuns and the Boise State Broncos, it's time for our Player Profile segment. This week and every week, the Player Profile segment is brought to you by FM Bank, where they never let go of the rope. FM Bank, a proud sponsor of Ragin Cajun broadcasts. This week, we focus on senior guard Daniel Quave. When he stepped on the University of Louisiana campus back in 2010, he was unaware of what awaited him, and one might be surprised to learn that as a young 18-year-old, Daniel Quave was anything but ready for college football.
True freshman when I first got hit from Gaucher, I was expecting to play, but I kind of redshirted. I was kind of out of shape. I wasn't ready for college football.
Hard to believe, being that Daniel has started in 42 straight games. He comes from a tight-knit family. As the fifth child of six, his mother, Patricia Quave, helped mold Daniel and his siblings, which is why his true freshman year was so tough. 218 miles away in Gaucher, Mississippi, his mother, as he calls her, Mama Quave, was diagnosed with breast cancer.
She was just being the rock. Just looking back on it, man, that's just an adverse situation that we've been put in. Everybody has adversity in their lives, and that's just an obstacle that we just conquered as a family. And we just refuse to let it keep us at a place of condemnation, if you will. We just continue to move forward and just to understand that it was a blessing in disguise.
And as Daniel explains, it was all from the strength of his mother.
She's very in tune with her spiritual life, and her spiritual life became our spiritual life. And just in the hard times of life, we just understand that no matter what we're going through, we always keep our head up, and God's going to always provide a way for us out.
As Daniel Quave began his redshirt freshman season, things were different, due in large part to what he went through as Coach Mark Hudspeth took over. The story isn't uncommon. A new coach arrives on campus and tests the current roster, running off any players who aren't willing to stick with it. While it was a tough situation in transition, if he could go back, Daniel Quave wouldn't change a thing.
I just knew it was going to serve a purpose. Like everything that comes in life is for a greater cause. And so with that, I just had the faith to understand that, man, it's going to be light at the end of this tunnel. And with that, I don't regret anything. They weren't easy, but they were well worth it. If I had another chance to go back and do it again, I'd think about it for a long time, but I definitely will come back and do it again.
At the start of his redshirt freshman season, Daniel Quave began his string of 42 straight games at guard. Another thing different in 2011 was his new college roommate, someone who is an old roommate. He shared a room with him nearly his entire life, his younger brother, Mykhael Quave. Mykhael, now a starting left tackle, is recognized as much as a clown as he is a football player, something big brother Daniel can attest to.
We both got our humor side to us, but he lets his show a little bit more than I do. But yeah, he always been the outgoing one, the goofball, if you will.
Some may assume the sibling offensive lineman duo may be competitive with one another, and they'd be right. Daniel is 6'3", 324 pounds, while his younger brother Mykhael is 6'5", 295. But as Daniel explains, competition is great when pride isn't involved, as neither Quave throws their weight around.
We've both been pretty up to par with our size, but we always been competitive since day one. It's just, we're a year apart, so it's like, your best friend, he's the same age as you, same grade, it's just like that, but with him just being a year younger and a grade below me, so we always been competitive in nature, everything that we done. We don't have pride. Pride's never an issue between the two of us, but we always had a competition. That was definitely always a competition.
Daniel Quave and his family are extremely close, and with that kinship, he and his younger brother Mykhael instill that mindset into the rest of the Ragin Cajun offensive line.
Our offensive line and the whole, outside of just the starting guys, this is a big family. And we just kind of let the love between me and Mykhael just kind of spread throughout the whole trailer, and just spread for one person to the next person. We're not stingy with our chemistry.
And the chemistry is shown on the field. In the last 4+ seasons, Daniel has been recognized to several watch lists, including the Lombardi Award watch list this season, which is awarded at the end of the year to the nation's best defensive or offensive lineman. Daniel has many great memories during his time at UL over the last 4+ years, but one in particular stands out the most.
The first bowl game, whenever Brett kicked the field goal, that was the best moment because I was the guy was going to push back the field goal 5 extra yards if they didn't, the illegal stemming call. And so that was freshman year, so that was definitely always be my favorite Ragin Cajun moment because that kick was a burden off of my shoulder.
I guess that means Daniel will always be grateful to Brett Baer.
Ever and ever. We 50 years old down the line. I might even slap him some money if I got some money to spare just for that one kick.
Now in his final collegiate season, Daniel Quave knows his playing days are winding down at UL, but it only pushes him to play harder, something he learned from his mother.
I just give 100% effort, every single snap. It's just that simple. If you do that, everything else is gonna take care of itself, and just make sure that I leave here with the understanding that this is a brotherhood, this is a fraternity that I can never, get back after I leave here. So just cherish every single friendship, relationship that I have made on this team.
While senior day is over 2 months away, it's not too soon to wonder what it will be like for Daniel Quave and the Quave clan. Who will cry most? Will it be his mom, now cancer-free, maybe dad, or a brother or sister?
I think we all going to be crying the same amount as everybody. So, we're going to be crying together. It's going to be tears of joy for a family,
Notice Daniel didn't say little brother Mykhael. However, when pushed,
I'm not going to throw him under the bush like that, but he might be crying just as well as I will.
Senior guard Daniel Quave. Coming up next, Gerald Broussard and Steve Peliquin have a scouting report of the Boise State Broncos, and it comes your way next as the Hampton Toyota pregame show continues on the Louisiana Ragin Cajun Radio Network.